fight, every moment is stream. No TV, we're living the dream. Roaring engines, pixels bursting like flames. Digital warriors, no face, just names. Science going for the sweet finish line. Sweat-soaked battles outside space and time. Nerd TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment is stream. Nerd TV, we're living the dream. Roaring engines, pixels burst like flames. Digital warriors, no face, just names. Giants going for the sweet finish line. Sweat-soaked battles outside space and time. Nerd TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment is stream. Nerd TV, we're living the dream. Strap me in, fuel me with untamed speed. Data in the storm, all the rush I need. Glitches on the edge, chaos in the stream. Sim racing paradise, unraveling the sea. Nerd TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment is stream. Nerd TV, we're living the dream. Flashing lights in the dark, baritone hum. Engines scream till the wild hearts succumb. Virtual roads where the asphalt sweat fire. Chasing glory through the chaos of desire. Nerd TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment is stream. Nerd TV, we're living the dream. Roaring engines, pixels bursting like flames. Digital warriors, no face, just names. Science going for the sweet finish line. Sweat-soaked battles outside space and time. Nerd TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment is stream. Nerd TV, we're living the dream. Roaring engines, pixels burst like flames. Digital warriors, no face, just names. Giants going for the sweet finish line. Sweat-soaked battles outside space and time. Touch me around the range. Fuel burns in the glow of the pixel blaze. The rubber is rolling with a fist clenched tight. Your TV lights up the endless night. Fight to fight, we live the speed. No TV feeds our endless need. Heartbeats round and engines cry. Best broadcast under the virtual sky. Turn the wheel, feel the breakneck roll. Sim racers tearing through the thunder soul. Gear shifts crack like a lightning storm. Digital warriors breaking the norm. black hole. Sun rays down through the thunder soul.
And welcome back to Nerd TV for another OTSS Select Series race live from the Darlington Raceway for Throwback Week here on this beautiful Tuesday evening as we get our countdown to green, presented by Icon Apparel Company. We get your best team jerseys, hats, gloves, everything to get your team suited up right. Find that at iconapparelcompany.com. And new graphics. Here's your race stats, the weather, the broadcast team. Not Jason Rockefeller. He is a ghost because he's not here tonight. There's your track, 1.3 miles, 157 degrees altitude if you're curious, and 45 mile an hour speed pit limit. 6 mile an hour winds, air temp 70, track almost at triple digits at 94, which is actual Florida temps right now. And 3 tires behind the wall, 3 green white checkers, 100% fuel capacity, and the donuts for fast repairs. No donuts for these drivers here this evening, and they don't want any because it's going to be a lot of workout for these guys here. And hey, oh, look, I'm on the camera before my name got out. Look at that. Dustin's improving things over here. My name is Jeremy Stanley, aka Jay Swifty. Probably a name change coming soon. Shout out to whoever called me out for that. And then Dustin Loxton, bald man himself, Walter White, the jerky guy from Boozy, 1,000 Hats Plus One, the drone flyer, the entrepreneur of Nerd TV. What's going on, man?
You're gonna have to shorten that up. It's getting too long. No,
Too long.
We're here at Darlington, man. It's this is one of those drivers' tracks. I mean, we say it time and time again. There's a number of them. Darlington is definitely one of those. It's one of the tougher tracks to run. Egg-shaped and everything else because they didn't want to take out the pond, so they just shortened up corners 3 and 4. Little tighter radius, but it makes one of the most unique configurations for a track that any real race or simulation race league or sanctioned series visits, and it's going to be a wild one, Jeremy. I love this track. This track does not love me. The feeling is not mutual because I absolutely don't know how to run this track competitively to save my life, but it's one I enjoy running, so it's going to be a good one tonight. Loose, loose, loose is the words that are being picked up from team chatter. These trucks are wicked loose off some of these corners, Jeremy, and we've seen it when we broadcasted Smoky Mountain Sim Racing last Thursday when they hit Darlington. Same thing was happening. It was that treacherous turn 2. It seemed like it was really biting people, and it seems like it has transferred over to the OTSS Select Series presented by Empower Research Institute.
Yep, 1,000% here. We got just a minute and a half left in this practice session. They are very loose, and we're going to keep saying that, and we're going to probably put up a little tracker of how many times we say the word loose, because I just feel like that's going to be the word of the day here on this Tuesday evening for this race. And here's some points real quick on the right-hand side of your screen. We're going to showcase that to you. So, kind of tight up there, Dustin. You got the top 6 all within 15 points. That's pretty impressive after a few races underneath the belt in the chase format here for race number 4 here this evening. 3 down, several to go. And I like this. This is, I think we're going to call this a wild card race just because it's so loose and the handling is way different than what we've seen for the whole season. I really feel like there's going to be a mistake somewhere in this top 5 that's going to shake up this point standing.
Yeah, and I agree. This is definitely one of those wild card races. I mean, you look at it, at 15 points, it separates 1st through 6th. I mean, super tight going into race 4. And I have a feeling, Jeremy, it's going to be like this all season long. You're going to see names move up the charts, move down the charts, but it's going to stay close, and it's going to be just like 2026A. It's going to come down to the wire. It's going to come down to that last race in the season, but 100%, definitely a wild card track. A lot can happen. I mean, you've got, I wouldn't even call it 2 lanes. I mean, barely 2 lanes, safely probably a lane and a half on the racing surface that you have here. Super tight. That wall jumps out and bites you. They don't call it the Darlington Stripe for nothing. You're going to see trucks pancake and slide off this wall.
Yeah, there's going to be some flapjacks here this evening as we're going qualifying. So we're going to get our cameras off your screen and we're going to actually do something a little different in this qualifying session. Doesn't even know about it. So tonight is a throwback week. Of course, it's Darlington, and that's what we do at Darlington. So the league has decided that, hey, we're going to have the broadcasters, aka Dustin and myself, to pick our favorite throwback schemes. Instead of running along with just the fastest drivers in practice like we normally do, we're going to pick all these drivers that have a throwback scheme, starting with Paulie Torrance in truck number 6. And, of course, that's a Dale Jr. throwback there. A couple
Kevin
other drivers
Harvick,
have ran it.
I think it's Kevin
Harvick.
Harvick. Yep, from when
It's Harvick, it's Junior, and it's there's another driver that's top there, right?
Yes.
That has ran this, Ron Hornaday, possibly.
Yep, but I the only reason why I know it's Kevin Harvick is because in the Discord chat, Paulie Torrance had been talking about it. He remembers seeing Kevin Harvick win in this very scheme. That's why it's near and dear to his heart. So that's the only reason why I know that specifically this scheme is based more towards Harvick than, say, Dale Jr.'s iconic number 3 that he took some Busch Series championships at that point in time.
Now let's cycle through. We got Danny White out here. He's running the Jeff Burton throwback, the X-Side Batteries truck. Also another one of those Ford F-150s out there. Extra chromed out logos there. Turned out pretty good in my opinion. And we're going to keep cycling through here because we're going to touch up on a couple other things before. We already got some favorites, and we're not going to mention those till late. We got
Jacob Grant.
Right there. Jacob Grant there. That's a Paul Menard's throwback.
Now,
I'm number 27.
Jeremy, I'm going to call him out on this. Jacob, man, why didn't you stick with the Biffle National Guard American flag scheme, one of the most beautiful schemes that Biffle's ran? And he had it in Discord, and I'm like, man, that's going to be a tough one. And he changed it last second and switched it up to Paul Menard. Still a beautiful scheme, but, man, you should have stuck with the Biff, man. Should have stuck with the Biff.
Be like Biff. That's all you got to say. And we want Paul Menard. Unbelievable. So here's Abram Ghostin. Now, this truck, killer scheme. Of course, when you go from a truck to a truck, it's going to translate well. So it's a little bit easier implementation, but this thing just turned out so sharp. I love this thing.
Yeah, it's a very clean scheme. I mean, obviously, throwback to Jack Sprague's Team ASE scheme that he ran. Beautifully done. Number fits on there nice. I mean, it's just beautiful all around. And like I said, there's been a number of them. Now, because they're not out on track, Jeremy, we can't showcase all of them. But after we get done with the starting grid, we'll go and showcase some of them because we do have some other drivers that do have throwbacks to racers. We have drivers that actually have throwbacks to some of their first ever iRacing schemes that they ever ran. So we do have a number of throwbacks to cover before we officially take the green flag for the Ghost Motorsports 192.
Yeah, Ghost Motorsports 192. Ghost Motorsports has elected to partner up with the OTSS series and sponsor tonight's race, which is kind of cool for that very odd number of 192. I guess we couldn't go 200 or anything close to it, so 192 is that number. And as we complete this qualifying session, here's Tyler here, one of the last drivers to post time. We got a minute and a half left, Dustin. We're going to go national anthem here to close out qualifying before we go gridding here for tonight's race number 4 in the chase format. So be back for the starting lineup. And we're back here. Perfectly timed as we got our countdown to 3, 2, 1. Qualifying over. I'm going to need a pay raise after that timing. Not going to do that any better this season. And they are gritting, Dustin. We got 21 entries to cover here for race number 4 of the Chase for the Ghost Motorsports 192 at Darlington Raceway. Hope you guys are going to enjoy it. I got 4 to 5 on Twitch right now, 12 or 13 on the YouTube side. Please feel free to bounce around between both, intermingle with one another. You can see each other's chats, so there's no preferred method of viewing the broadcast because they all work the same in unison. So here we go. Starting lineup. Race number 4 here. Jacob Grant is going to be your pole sitter alongside the outside of him. Number 22, Mr. Donnie Honeycutt. Row number 2. The 15 of DJ Honeycutt in 3rd place. Ross Tatum and the Zebra Kicks starts P4. Row 3. Bobby Mantle in the Can-Am Chevrolet going to be on the outside of him. At 24 of EJ Luna. Row 4 and 7th. You're going to find throwback to Harry Grant, Carson Osborne, and Tyler Honeycutt in 8th. P9 is going to be Todd Bodine throwback. Logan Brakey and Ronnie Hurst completes the top 10. Row 6 and 11th is Jonathan Hammond. 13th, take your pick. It's going to be Mr. Jason Pick. P13 is going to be Paulie Torrance, throwback to Kevin Harvick. Abram Ghostin, throwback to Jack Sprigg. In 15th place, Steven Abased. Steven Rada, taking a nice little throwback to Mr. Hensley way back in the day. 17th will be Danny White. And then Alejandro Khan to his outside. 19th, Jonathan Gaston. And to complete the top 20, Dave Harrington, and then your final starter, the other Harrington, Mr. Chris. P21. And there you go, 21 down. We're going to go 1 pace lap here. Then we're going to let these trucks let loose for 140 laps. Again, this is presented by Ghost Motorsports. For this race, Dustin, Darlington, let's have some fun, man.
Yeah, it's going to be some fun, at least for us to call it. I don't know about some of the drivers driving it, but to cover some of the other paint schemes. So Ghost Motorsports running throwbacks to some of their first sim racing. There's Donnie Honeycutt in his throwback. DJ Honeycutt in his number 15 Sparko throwback as well. Again, these are all throwbacks to their first ever iRacing schemes. Do believe Tyler Honeycutt is in one as well. We've seen that just a little bit. That's a throwback. You had already talked about Logan Brakey. Beautiful truck. Throwback to Todd Bodine. Absolutely love it. One of the first ones to really showcase the flame work in the truck series, so that was always a good one as well. Like I said, it's going to be tough, Jeremy. There's a lot going on here tonight that we're going to be doing. It looks like we have ones that missed the grid starting from the pits. Looks like that's going to be the 25 of Abram Ghostin electing to start from the pits tonight as well. So may not be a bad call, Jeremy. Especially with how loose these trucks are. This, like you said, is definitely a wild card race, so it's going to be interesting to see what is going to take place tonight.
Yep, 1,000% here, waiting for that truck right there. Dropping down, throttles are going to be at the ready, but don't go too heavy on it. Easy to tire spin, loosey-goosey is the name. And green flag, green, this thing is officially underway. And let's see how this first couple laps go. These guys are going to be driving on ice cubes, icicles, whatever you want to call it. They're going to be playing hockey out here. Tight. Very tight corners. Dustin, I know you said you suck here. I know I suck here on the long run. Oh, here we go. Already in the back here. We got Alejandro Khan bouncing off the 72 of Gaston early on here, turn 2.
Yeah, got close to that wall, just pinged off the wall and went straight down into the 72 of Gaston. Both drivers saved it, though. Good heads-up driving. 77, Chris Harrington losing it out of the corner there. And that was one of the corners, Jeremy, that we have had issues with, and we had seen have issues in the Gen 7s for Smoky Mountain Sim Racing. And the same thing happens. And what it is when you come off that corner, and that's something that drivers have to be prepared for. You have to be easy on throttling up. You have to. If you get on the throttle too heavy, too fast, you are going to lose all rear grip, and that right rear tire is going to just break loose and spin. Throttle control and having a very soft foot is important on corner exit here, as we had seen the 22, Donnie Honeycutt, get up into that wall. He claimed his first Darlington stripe of the night.
One of many to be found here. Lap 3 of the 140 scheduled here. Everybody's single file, getting these tires warmed up, get the grip in these things before going on the attack, unless somehow you feel comfortable early on, which not too many drivers out here probably do so. We got Ronnie Hurst looking underneath the inside of the 45, Tyler Honeycutt back there in for 8th and 9th. Look at the top 3, kind of little breakaway, and one, I think, the 3rd place driver, a little bit of wall glue, bounced around quite a few times actually. Goes the truck number 89, Bobby Mantle.
Yeah, and speaking of Bobby Mantle, Jeremy, we have a couple things as well. We actually have 2 driver cams tonight, part of our caffeine team presented by Brez Coffee Co.
Ooh.
We've got, of course, the VR look from Bobby Mantle's perspective, always an awesome thing to see. And on the right, returning back to the camera for the first time in a hot minute, Jeremy, Mr. EJ Luna himself, piloting that 24 machine and currently running top 10 right now. And you can see how dialed in they are. I mean, these eyes do not veer very much. They're always looking ahead. It's a lot of control, a lot of patience, a lot of laps, Jeremy, 140 the distance. And it's going to take every bit of these drivers to make sure that they get to the line to complete that lap 140.
Now, I like this view. You get the personal perspective of Bobby Mantle, then you get what the drivers actually look like there with EJ Luna. So cool. We got 2 cameras up, and I appreciate y'all for doing that. And if anybody else wants to partake, send Dustin your link. Somehow we'll make a collage of all your cameras in one feed, or maybe we'll have pages where we slide back and forth. Dustin does all the magic, so I'll let him figure that out. But more cameras, the better. It does not hurt us one bit. Still a 3-truck breakaway here. Lap 7 underway. We got about a nice little half a second difference before we get to 4th place. Driver, Mr. Non-athlete himself, Ross Tatum.
Non-athlete himself. Yeah, I tell you what, though, I mean, he's been coming on strong. I mean, we haven't seen a track yet that this guy has not been able to run and be competitive. So this one here, you're really going to see the drivers that really excel and really like this track right now. I mean, look at your top 3. I mean, they're all spaced out by about a truck length right now. Jacob Grant, DJ Honeycutt, Bobby Mantle. I mean, and then your next probably about 10, 12 trucks, I mean, are all nose to tail here. So you're going to see what drivers can really excel at some of these, we'll call them oddball wild card tracks.
Yeah, you can call it that. Oddball, wild card. And if you got a descriptive name for it, it's probably going to fit Darlington because it's not a normal track by any means.
Like Pocono. Pocono's the same way.
Sure, it's a bigger version of Bristol, but that's fine. You can call it that. But it doesn't drive like Bristol at all. Not one bit. And we got a little battle here for 2nd place, possibly, as we're kind of focusing on multiple parts of the track. The 27, Jacob Riet, gets a little breakaway, but Honeycutt slowed up a little bit. Bob Mantle all over the back bumper, this 15, trying to take over 2nd place.
Yeah, he's trying to. And, Jeremy, this is probably one of the toughest tracks to pass because you can see they all run above that dashed line there, and there's just barely 2 lanes that are there. But, I mean, you can see right where DJ Honeycutt's running. He's running right in the center. There's no lane up top, no lane down below. The best place to try to pass, there's a couple of them. If you can get a nose on the inside going into the corner safely, and the driver that you're trying to overtake knows this, that's probably one of the better places. Otherwise, if you are good on the throttle and you can time the run right, you can get good passing maneuvers coming off corner exit, both 2 and 4, and get a good run down that straightaway to prep yourself for that inside lane going into turns 1 and 3.
Choke up there entering turn 3. Goes Mantle trying to get the drive off exit. Doesn't get what he wanted. Honeycutt gets the advantage this time off of turn 4. Dustin, we're going to go ahead and thank our series sponsor. OTSS is powered by EmpowerEd Research Institute, and we have a little 30-second commercial for them to showcase what they do behind the scenes here, so we'll be right back.
Education has the power to transform lives, and EmpowerEd Research Institute is helping lead the way. Through research, innovation, and collaboration, We work to strengthen education, expand opportunity, and spark positive change in schools and communities. Empower Ed Research Institute, powering the future of learning. Reach out and become a part of the movement.
Thank you, Empower Ed Research Institute, for allowing us to do this every single Tuesday evening. Big contributor to the OTSS, not just for the series, but like just the whole, just everything about the league. Without that particular sponsor, I don't think this league is up and running right now. They're just doing so much. And they have a lot of great drivers to showcase their talents on the track here every Tuesday evening. And so can't shout them out enough here, as we got a little Jonathan Hammond action, a little loosey-goosey in front of our nerd driver, our esports driver's own Steve Rada. He makes the pass over the 92 on the outside. He follows back in line. Everyone goes single file once again.
Yep, yeah, I got loose on corner exit. We had talked about that. That's what had been going on all practice long. And like I said, it's that throttle up, Jeremy. It's you got to be a super soft foot when you're trying to throttle up. These trucks here will break away, as you see Steve Rada do the same thing on corner exit, as we just were talking about that as well. And you're going to see that all night long, Jeremy. These drivers are going to do that, especially as these tires get more and more worn in. You're going to see that more and more from these drivers. We've already seen the 77 of Chris Harrington had looped it coming off corner exit. It's tough. This track is one of probably the most technical tracks that you have. It looks like it's fast, but it's not. As you see the 22, Donnie Honeycutt get loose on corner exit there, Jeremy. So it's all over.
I'm going to jump over to the YouTube and Twitch chats, because we got a lot of chats here tonight for Darlington. I love to see that. Let's see, we got Let's Go Ronnie Hurst from Natasha Hurst. We got great look and feel tonight from our race reporter there, Mr. Robert Martin.
He also called you out.
He did, and I messaged him back and said my voice typoed. So, you know, it did. My voice literally pressed the wrong key command, and that's what happens here in the nerddom world of nerd TV. And is that more Ebstrus, and God bless. I guess God bless these drivers, because this is going to be a tough race here this evening. He's also listening to me, so he's saying the 93 is a hot beast, which is his Harry Gant truck out there this evening. Appreciate you guys having a lot of chit chat. We got 5 on Twitch, and right now 15 on the YouTube.
See, Jeremy, I was going to be nice. I wasn't going to call you out like that, especially in the chat. So I just want you to know I'm a nicer guy than Robert, okay?
You heard it first here live, folks.
No, Robert's a good guy. We give each other a lot of shit, but no, it's a good community here, and this is what we enjoy doing. We enjoy calling these races, and we enjoy being part of the community as well. Because I mean, we're showcasing them. We're here because of them. We're here because of all you guys and gals and nerd and nerdettes out there. So, but change now. Bobby Mantle falling from 4th place. Ross Tatum taking over the 3rd spot right now, moves himself into the Nerd TV podium spots. Again, that's still a ways away, but making forward progress, Jeremy. And right now, still out front, though, 27, Jacob Grant leading the way. He's stretched that lead out a little bit. Let's take a look and see how DJ Honeycutt is with our driver versus driver section. And right there, it shows you he is losing about 700, almost 800ths of a second every lap right now. So that's telling all you viewers out there that Jacob Grant in that 27 is pulling away little by little as it sits. Now that you can see that is going to change every lap, because it goes based off a 5-lap average. 3 out of the 5 laps that DJ Honeycutt has pulled are faster than Jacob Grant. So we'll have to keep an eye on this right here. And as we're talking about that, he's closing in faster and faster, Jeremy.
Yeah, he's making some moves here. There's a little bit of a battle right at 5th place, 6th, 7th. EJ Luna tried passing one of the Honeycutts that he's sandwiched behind, Donnie Honeycutt. And then he made the pass effort on the inside. He had to choke the truck up off of turn 2 last lap around. And then all of a sudden, Tyler on turn 3 was like, hey, I'm going to take my stab at you. And he went to the inside of the 24. He also could not make the pass happen. And now they end up all single filed here. So they're trying to shift themselves to see who can ultimately be in the 5th place position. And right now, EJ's a little loose. He's going to lose more ground to Donnie as we complete lap number 22 this time. Back to single file once more. Let's go through some of the teams, Dustin, while we're kind of cycling through single file through this first green flag run, or pit cycle run, rather. So here's Old Dogs Racing. Jacob Grant, of course, the driver that's leading, but his team, though, all outside the top 10. That's kind of an odd scenario for them. So Polly in 11th, Danny 13th, Gaston in 16th, and Abram Ghost in P18. It looks like we have maybe a chance for a lead change for the first time.
Yeah, it's DJ Honeycutt is looking, and we're going to focus in on Ghost Motorsports on this battle as well. He's trying now. He's trying to look to the outside. He is right there, and Jeremy, he is putting pressure, and there he goes. Crossover now, trying to get the nose on the inside. Does he have enough? Jacob sees the run, side-by-side battle right now. So this graphic you're seeing, Ghost Motorsports, solid run, can't get the pass completed, still in 2nd place, and now we've got a battle there, a little block there to try to stop the run from Ross Tatum. Donnie Honeycutt in 5th, Tyler Honeycutt in 7th, so Ghost Motorsports, all 3 of their entries running solidly in the top 10.
Awesome drive there by Jacob Grant to hold on to not only securing his spot, but then also gaining 4 truck lengths over the 15. That lap around off a turn 4 just got a nice launch off corner exit. And now DJ's going to have to reset himself here also while trying to mirror drive Ross Tatum in truck 1. 25 laps in the books here for the Ghost Motorsports 192 as we go twistedspeedsetups.com in truck telemetry.
Yeah, riding on board with the one of Ross Tatum. You just seen him in a heated battle with the 15 of DJ Honeycutt. Excellent, and like you said, excellent job by Jacob Grant to sit here and, prevent that run there. DJ could not get the pass completed. Ross trying to get the run. Good heads-up driving by DJ, blocking the preferred lane there, not allowing the one to get up there. But now as these two battle, you see Ross Tatum really close in, Jeremy. This battle for the top spot is heating up between these 3 drivers.
It's going to get hot and it's going to get slick. We already saw Jacob get loose a couple times as he's slowly getting approached by 15. Oh, no, hold on.
Whoa!
15, DJ Honeycutt loose, slaps the wall, drives back into the wall. He's going to lose some positions and a decent amount of damage as he goes back to P4. Bobby Mantle gifted 3rd.
Yeah, that was, that was a etch-a-sketch scary moment there. You seen the truck get loose, and we seen that in the Gen 7s, Jeremy, where it would get loose off the corner, the driver would try to correct it, and it would just get snappy loose back towards the wall, and they would ping off. Excellent heads-up driving by Ross Tatum and Bobby Mantle to go to the left side and not to just completely arc break the crap out of DJ. And good recovery by DJ Honeycutt there. Only lost 2 positions. I know that's tough because you're losing positions, but not bad at all for what happened there. Could have been way worse, but man, did that shake up the top 3.
As we're going to kind of eyeball this, but we're also going to showcase a couple of other teams out here this evening. As I'm just going to have Dustin free reign the button and just choose team after team here. Here's Lone Star Racing. Bobby Mantle, 3rd place. His teammate, EJ Luna. Only 2 Lone Star guys out here tonight. P3 and P7 both within the top 10, so good stuff by the Texas team. Speaking of Texas, we got some other ones out there. We got Carson Osborne. There's that Harry Gant throwback there for the 93, painted by Robert Martin. And I expressed the word Gant because I was corrected by Robert earlier, and I'm going to continue to do that. Here's Trash Can Racing. I love this name. Ronnie Hurst.
I do too. And the
P9.
The logo reminds me of like old style PlayStation 1 style games, man.
It does.
I love it.
Yeah, we've had that conversation. I think it's banjo. You think it's a couple other things mixed together. It's just fantastic stuff. Yeah, and I always call myself trash whenever I'm at work. Like, I'll say I'll take the trash out, and the trash can will be back. That's me. I'm part of that trash can racing group. And see what other teams we got. JP Racing. That's Jason Pick Racing there. He's in 10th place. Just the final driver inside that top 10. Lone driver for his team as well. There's got quite a few solo teammates. Like this one. Slipstream SNB Racing. Logan Breaking. Truck 29. That was a slap to the outside wall there, huh?
Yeah, it was. That was the 33 of Ronnie Hurst that just hit the outside wall, almost very reminiscent to what we've seen happen to DJ Honeycutt. That tells me, Jeremy, at 32 laps, these tires are starting to show that breakdown, and they're not liking it, man. They are not liking it at all right now.
No, these things are on edge. They're tight on exit. And if you try to burp the throttle to turn it using the right rear, it's going to spit on you. So it's what they call push loose to the extreme.
No.
Oh, there's more contact. Donnie Honeycutt, then he gets sandwiched almost by EJ Luna. That could have been much worse. Thankfully, that's not the case. And the first green flag pit stop is going to come from the 66. Dave Harrington on pit road this time.
Yeah, and the fuel run for these guys, Jeremy, is estimated about 54 laps on a 100% tank of fuel. The thing is, you can break this up. You're going to see pit strategy come into play here, but these drivers are going to be screaming for tires way before they're screaming for fuel, hands down.
1,000% here, and this is almost unscheduled. If it is scheduled, that's a really early shortcut to try to do something different with your truck here. And I've been eyeballing the top three. It's kind of hard not to. They've been racing strong. The 89 of Mantle's been up against the wall trying to run the outside lane. He's also been slideways half the laps up here. Jacob Grant lost the lead, so Mr. Ross Tatum, truck number 1, P number 1, that is your second leader of this evening. And ever since he got that clean air dusting, that thing is a rocket ship, driving so much better. And here it is, our TV replay. Change for the race lead.
Yeah, got that run. Good setup, build up, off corner exit. You see both of them a little wobbly there through the corner, but got the nose going into the next corner entry. Nice, clean textbook pass there by the one of Ross Tatum. And yeah, it's... Oh, man.
Ooh,
and as we do that, Bobby Mantle heavy into the outside wall there. That was a hard pancake.
Yeah, that is a big flapjack right there on turn number 2. Here we go. Caution. Not.
Oh,
no, here's caution.
Yep, this has got to be one. iRacing still not throwing one. He's still in the wall trying to stay up there. Is he spinning? Or is something broke, Jeremy? No, I think something's broke.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's broke, right? The truck can't even drive straight at a slower speed. Let's see what happens when he gets on the back straightaway. It's a little more stable. Maybe he just had so much tire spin because how angry the rear tires were that any throttle input was just kind of kicking the truck sideways.
And that could be.
I'm really shocked he doesn't come down pit road.
Yeah, and that very well could be, Jeremy, because, I mean, when he got up there and spun, his rear tires got right up against the wall, and there's a heavy layer of marbles and rubber built up there, and then he was against that wall all the way down the stretch. So very well could have been that it got picked up so much debris that anytime he had any throttle input, it was just spinning. And he pancakes it again. 64, Danny White also pancakes the wall. So trouble for driver 89.
I think he was trying to call for pit road as he did that, and then he's still more wall contact, more spinning.
Oh, man.
No, he's going to do the same thing again for 2 straight laps.
He has got to come down.
Also,
he's got to come down pit road. He has to.
Right behind him. Danny White issues. He came off the bottom of the apron of turn 4, so he probably had a little spin out. And now they're going to slap the wall trying to make a pass. Yeah, there's no way. You have to come down pit road, Mantle, this time around. Choking up the 25 and the 66 here.
Yeah, that truck, the tires have had it. 2 near spins. And here he comes down to the service of his virtual crew right now. And this is tricky right here, Jeremy. We have seen issues. Probably one of the toughest pit road entries. In Smoky Mountain Sim Racing last Thursday, we seen 2 drivers try their hand at wiping out the barrels at pit entry. So very tricky. It doesn't seem like it's that hard of a pit entrance, but probably one of the most difficult ones out of all of the tracks on the circuit.
1,000% here as I'm still cycling through some drivers. It looks like the 15 DJ Honeycutt slipping back further and further and further. This guy was a top 3 truck. Now he's back there behind the 93 in 9th place. And He's slipping back further as here comes the top
No!
09. Logan Brakey, hang on to it, buddy. He does. These drivers, Dustin, they not only do that the work cut out for them, they also have the ability to save a loose truck, because that should have been 3 spins that we have not seen yet.
Oh, 100%. I mean, these drivers are doing a hell of a job preventing any major catastrophes. And that one there, I'll give credit to Logan Brakey on that one there. His truck got loose because he had to throttle out of it big time, because DJ Honeycutt had to back it down on the corner there, and he had to check up. And now you see he takes that hard cut out. He's going to go to the inside of the 15, uses that apron a little bit for a little extra grip and turning on the inside. And you can't do that, Jeremy. You got to be careful with it, because it has a chance to offset and upset the truck. Pass made by the 29 Logan Brakey into 9th place.
And looks like for the moment we've kind of calmed down. We're on lap 42. You said the field mileage can run as far as 54 laps from what we got from the race information that was given to us earlier this evening. So we have about another 12 laps. Here comes the 15, DJ Honeycutt. Pit road early. He was dropping back like a rock. We just talked about him, and he's going to give it up for his first set of virtual Goodyear tires.
Yeah, and you could tell a number of these drivers that are really struggling right now. I mean, we've seen Bobby Mantle struggle at 2 excellent saves there. DJ Honeycutt was struggling. Truck was just getting tight on corner exit, slapping and scraping the wall a number of times. But a number of drivers, Jeremy, are excelling right now. The one of Ross Tatum doing a fantastic job. And I mean, he is out to over a 4-second lead over the 27 of Jacob Grant. Jacob Grant's got the 45 of Tyler Honeycutt. Out of your top 3 to top 5, that's probably your closest battle that you have going on. EJ Luna in the picture, and Donnie Honeycutt looming as well. That is your top 5.
I think I might be seeing another driver come down pit road this time. I'm trying to key in on the driver chat, and there's quite a bit of pit road stuff going on, trying to figure out who's pitting, who's not. So far this time around, nobody's. We got a little cluster of trucks here. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, all buttoned up right next to each other. Oh, Alejandro Khan's going to bounce off the wall as soon as we bring you over the camera.
That was
there
almost
goes
3
Donnie
wide.
quickly underneath. Yeah, that was etch a sketch for quite a bit.
Oh!
He's going to push Luna into the wall. That could have got scary there. And here comes Grant. He's going to give it up. He said, too much traffic. This is slowing me up. This is probably the best call just to come down pit road right now.
Yeah, try to short pit it just a little bit. We've already had a number of drivers come down, but still a majority of them that need to pit. Might not be a bad idea. We have seen this work in the past, Jeremy. And as etch-a-sketch as it was getting with the racing up there for the top 5 and the traffic that was a lap down, not a bad call, especially to try to extend the longevity of your truck to make sure that it's in one piece for the end of this race.
Yeah, that was just too much traffic there. You're gonna really slow your times up. Maybe that goes against your strategy, but you're gonna be better by making that pit entrance there, Jacob. Great call. As we're getting now a couple laps away from lap 50, I think tires might overweigh the fuel mileage, even though we're really close to making it that full 54 laps. Let's see, if you go 54, 108, that's gonna leave you 32 laps to close it out. So there is room for a short pit on that fuel. Not too much, but if you cut a couple laps off of each run, you can still make it on that 2-stopper if they continue somehow, some way, Dustin, to go in green flag all the way.
Yeah, they could, but I mean, at that rate, that, like you said, is going to leave you about 32 laps left from their last pit stop, and that's right around when these tires, and we start seeing drivers have real big issues, was right around the lap 30 to 38 mark. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. It's also going to be interesting to see if we have anything happen that could throw in, if these drivers save a set of tires, that we could see them possibly try to utilize those. As the 33 Ronnie Hurst coming down pit road for his scheduled stop. EJ Luna, Abram Ghostin, both in as well.
Here we go. A little bit busier here. 24 in and out, just like a burger. Ross Tatum, just to give you a time reference here. Ross Tatum, your race leader, his fastest lap was a 30.179 on lap 4. His last time around was a 31.619, so 1.5 seconds is the difference out here versus or old versus new. And so that's the time you give up, and that's the time you lose. If you come down pit road a little bit later, you lose 1.5 seconds on the guy that pitted right before you. Here's the number 6, Pauly Torrance, and the 93 of Mr. Carson Osborne.
Yeah, Carson Osborne, Pauly Torrance, Tyler Honeycutt, all down pit road for scheduled stops as well. Ross Tatum still out there leading. And like you said, Jeremy, a second and a half, that is a pretty substantial size drop-off, and that tells you how much this track chews up the tires that they have to slow down. So the reason for the drop-off is as these tires heat up and as they wear in, drivers cannot throw these trucks into the corners the way they used to. They got to roll out of the throttle sooner. They got to back the corner up, which means they roll out a lot sooner, and they have to get back in the throttle a lot later, as you see the one of Ross Tatum come down pit road. 29 Logan Brakey also in for his scheduled stop. So that's a pretty big fall off at a second and a half right now, and these drivers still could have gone probably a few more laps on fuel.
Solid entrance there from the one of Tatum and also Logan Brakey for that matter, but we'll see how that shakes up here. As he's one of the last few drivers to make their way down to pit road right now. 22 Donnie Honeycutt currently resumes as your race leader, as we got him and Jason Pick. I think left. No, actually, Donnie came down pit road, right? So it's just Jason Pick. I think he's the only one left to find pit road. Now, Donnie's on a huge difference of cycle. He was one that came down 10 laps prior or so. So, that's about a 1 to 1.5 second
Your top
difference,
5
right?
have not stopped.
I thought I
Top
saw him
6.
come down pit road. I apologize, actually.
No, that was
Jason
that
Pick,
was
Jonathan Hammond.
Bobby Mantle that came down.
Okay, that was gotcha. Okay, so there you go. I'm just gonna retire myself now. Have fun.
No, man, you don't have to do that. AI Chief came in, and it's got your back, man. It's got your back.
AI's
on
better than me. I'm gun.
Got your back on
Donnie
pit
Honeycutt.
information. AI Chief also has your back when you're sim racing, giving you all the information you need to make the best decisions possible.
And you can talk more about that thing, because the amount of chattiness that you bring onto yourself on that, you watch some of your streams that you post on Wednesdays and on Mondays and Saturdays when you race on the Nerditudes YouTube and Twitch. The amount of chattiness that the AI Chief has is quite nuts. And they talk crap to themselves. That part's even more wild. And then they talk crap to you.
Oh, they get you fired up.
Fun time.
It does. I mean, they flat out tell you when you're screwing up, what you need to do to sit here and get better. I mean, they tell you all kinds of stuff, and it gives you all kinds of information. Lets you know when drivers use fast repairs, lets you know when they have black flags, what position they're running in. All voice activated. If you pay the $9.99 a month for Pro, you can get the voice activation. You can have push button on the wheel, tell it if you want just left side tires and fuel, right sides and lefts and fuel. You can tell it if you want to activate your fast repair, take your windshield off, all without ever hitting any buttons on a button box. All you got to do is just hit your push to talk on the wheel, which is where your hands are already at, and Chief does everything else. Awesome program. A lot of development going on in the background, but constantly improving. So it's still in its infancy, so to speak, but already a rock solid program. So check them out, AIChiefRacing.com.
22, Donnie Honeycutt on pit road. Jason Pick leading one of his few laps here this season. The 53, letting EJ Luna by. He's going to let Steve Rada by here probably momentarily. Steve Rada sticking this thing out. We're on lap 58, Dustin. 58, and they're just now coming down pit road, both 53 and a 3. So Steve and Jason both. Oh, Steve's going to go wide. Does he make the cone? He does, thankfully. Keep it underneath there. Good stuff. Didn't lose too much time at all, really. So good save there by the truck number 3. And this should, in theory, rotate the number 1, Ross Tatum, back to the lead lap and also the lead place there on the track as he comes through 3 and 4 now. Lap 59. So they went, Dustin, they went 4 extra laps past the distance that was set.
Yeah, and I mean, there's some understanding to that. When they go out there, and we get our data from the league drivers, it may not be on a full run. They may just go out there and run 15 laps as hard as what they can, and the iRacing software will tell them how a projected amount of laps that they have left in the tank, and that's where we get our telemetry data. Now, remember, I had talked about the tire fall off, and the way that they do that and why we've had a 1.5 fall off is because they have to get out of the throttle sooner before going into the corner, and they have to roll on the throttle softer and later on exit. Well, guess what, Jeremy? That also saves fuel. So that's where you can get that 3-4 lap variance of fuel efficiency, because they're not running it as hard as what they can. Because if they did, Jeremy, we would be under an iRacing iFlag caution.
1000% there. And also, it's like going 80 miles an hour on the freeway, and then all of a sudden you wanted to save fuel and go to 75 miles per hour. 5-mile drop-off will save you some laps, right? So if you're driving slower, trying to conserve the tire, that's less throttle input, that's more fuel saved. So the back half of the run does extend itself out to that 58 lap marker. So I think you nailed the hammer on the nail head there. We're going to go picture-in-picture break for the first time this evening. Thank our sponsors. We'll be back shortly.
Hey, can you do me a favor? I'm really hungry, but I'm trapped in here, and I dropped my last piece of boozy jerky on the floor. I can't reach it. Would you mind grabbing me a bag of the most tender, flavorful booze-infused jerky on the planet? I promise I'll pay you back. I mean, I'd eat my piece, but I can't reach it. Oh, actually, I got it. Oh, it's so good. It's so tender, so flavorful. You should really pick yourself up a bag. But if you do, you can't eat it in here. Now, this is my spot. I own this spot. Boozy Jerky, the original booze-infused beef jerky with a pair. Now available.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Education has the power to transform lives, and Empower Ed Research Institute is helping lead the way. Through research, innovation, and collaboration, we work to strengthen education, expand opportunity, and spark positive change in schools and communities. Empower Ed Research Institute, powering the future of learning. Reach out and become a part of the movement.
And back to full screen here. Lap 72 underway of the scheduled 140, so we're just past the halfway mark in this kind of lengthy race, Dustin. But these guys are putting on a hell of a show, not necessarily by the two wide racing and whatnot. That's not Darlington. The hell of the show comes from just the amount of driver talent to wheel their trucks around this place on a loose setup from the get-go on cold tires all the way to the very end of it where the rubber just wants to fall off the wheel. As we have a little contact at 33, Mr. Ronnie Hurst hits the wall for turn 2. He checks up. Donnie Honeycutt goes around him. So does Carson almost here off of 4. But yeah, just great showing by these drivers.
Yeah, and not only that, I mean, Jeremy, we have had so many instances of nearly seeing that flapping yellow thing come out, and I'm not going to say it by name.
You said it.
I'm not going to say it by name, but these drivers have had so many amazing saves, throttle, brake, car or truck control. I mean, they have done a fantastic job. I mean, we can't stress it enough, folks. This is not an easy track to drive. These guys may make it look easy. I guarantee you, and I promise you, this is not an easy track to drive. And especially with 20 other cats out here going around in circles, it's not easy. And these guys are making it look damn easy.
Yeah, you can say that. Pretty damn easy. Let's just say, like, you have your points leader right now, Donnie Honeycutt, sitting back there in P8. And it's kind of a shake-up, right? And then you're like, okay, what about second place? Where's he at? Well, he's not even in this race. So you got your top guy kind of falling back. You got your second place guy not even here. Ross Tatum looking to go, 2 positions up on these drivers. So we said it was a wild card in the beginning of this event. The track is proving to be exactly just that, where your fast guys are, kind of scattered all over the field, not necessarily all stacked up on top of one another. There's your point standings on the right-hand side of your screen.
Yeah, and here's the thing, Jeremy. If this race were to end right now, like this lap is the last lap, Ross Tatum would have enough to take over the points lead, bumping both Donnie Honeycutt and Will Bustler down. That's how close. And you said it coming in here, said it perfectly. This is a wild card race, and this is exactly what we're talking about. It definitely big time, coming up to mid-season playoff implications. Remember, this league, OTSS, runs a 12-race schedule. They take a break after race 6. They run 6 races, take a week break, then run the last 6 races. And then within that last 6 races is your chase format when they come up with that, taking drivers and points, resetting, and then running it out. Every point counts. Every single point. It's going to be crazy. In this one here, it's going to be interesting to see what plays out points-wise when we go, to next week's track and see where everybody is running, Jeremy. It's going to be a wild one.
Yeah, another notable mention there, the 92, Jonathan Hammond. He's 4th place in points, 11 out of the points lead. He's back in 15th place right now, the last truck on the lead lap, and soon to go a lap down, as Ross Tatum is just putting on an absolute clinic. There he is. There's the 92. There's the 1. So he just got past there. So just like that, another truck down. Here comes the 15, DJ Honeycutt. Remember this guy who was battling for 3rd place? Yep, Ross is going to put him a lap down too. This Zebra Kicks truck is on fire here this evening. He's got a 4.5-second lead over 2nd place Tyler Honeycutt at this time.
Yeah, he has been just putting down. He's just been walking it. He is in his own zip code right now that it's crazy. And Jeremy, we have talking about the points and talking about coming up to next week. We have Gateway next week. That is another track very similar to this track here. It is an oddball egg style shaped track, very similar. Little easier to drive, shouldn't be as loose or anything else, but still going to have some, some of the same complications, some of the same challenges that Darlington offers as well. And then we go to Michigan, very heavy draft track. You know me, Jeremy, and if the viewers out there don't know me yet, I'm old school. Okay, I go based off NASCAR's true meaning and definition of a super speedway event. That being
Drafting track.
Not a drafting track, super speedway, anything 2 miles or more. That Michigan for the trucks is a true super speedway. Draft is going to play a factor into that, fast corners. So, I mean, these drivers, next couple weeks before that mid-season break, it's going to be crazy.
Looks at Nashville Super Speedway and puts a big question mark on its name, right?
Oh, I've always put a question on that name. I never understood why they called that a super speedway. I don't know if they were just trying to sell point to make it seem like it was it could hang with the bigger tracks, but I mean, you can't. You can't call yourself a super speedway without being 2 miles or more. That's the reason why Atlanta will never be a super speedway. That's why NASCAR had to come up with this goofy definition of a drafting track, which, hey, attention NASCAR, literally most of the tracks on the schedule are drafting tracks because draft plays a factor in all of those races. So never understood.
And that's your Moment with Logic section there, presented by Dustin Loxton.
You're welcome. I'm here all night. I'm here all night till the end of the race, folks.
We need a crystal ball graphic and Dustin's picture on it.
That's
Something with there we go. There you go. Logic with Logston is that we're gonna call it.
All right. Well, we'll make a new section. We'll absolutely make a new section.
Do something like this. Speaking of sections, the biggest movers presented by the Shirtitudes at nerditudes.gg. Pick up our personalized apparel from our team jerseys, hoodies, shirts, hats to the fun Shirtitude section there. Here's your biggest movers. Pauly Torrance up 8 positions in 5th right now. Jonathan Gaston up 7 in P12. Tyler Honeycutt up 6 in 2nd. So that's a good moving spot there for the 45. We got Jason Pick, who ran that run all the way to the limits, 58 laps, and he's somehow coming out of this thing still inside the top 10. So awesome stuff there by Jason. And then Ross Tatum, of course, man on a mission, up 3. P1, and as long as he hits his marks, I think he's got this thing. But I was going to showcase all of our shirts and stuff on the left-hand side of our screen. Maybe we can. I just want, there it is. There we go. Blow Me t-shirt. Nintendo, the periodical table of games. Show me your crits, because that's a fun one for the wife. Or if you're just a fat man and want to show off your man tits, you go for it too. Then you got your esports gear right there. Hoodies or gloves or shirts, embroidered hats, all that you can find at nerditudes.gg.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was your producer. You need to shit can your producer, man. He just did not get the cue to throw that up there.
And to save your butt is AI Chief.
Yes! You know what? We're just going to put AI Chief in this thing and just let it run, man. Just let it run.
There it is. It was scrolling on the bottom side of your screen there. I don't know if that was well timed or not, but it's got our backs here. 87 laps in. It is the not Ghost Motorsports 192. Well, it actually is the Ghost Motorsports 192. Thank you, Ghost Motorsports, for doing that. But it's actually the Ross Tatum 192. He got the lead from Jacob Grant. Hasn't looked back as we're looking at Jason Pick and Logan Brakey right here through turn 2 on their lap 89.
Yeah, once he's taken the lead, he has not, like you said, he has not looked back. Ross Tatum has just been on rails, and he's kept it clean, Jeremy. And one of the biggest things is working through traffic. We have seen some of the other drivers in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and the rest of your top 5, they have struggled trying to get around some of the lap traffic. It seems like Ross Tatum is able to just cut through that traffic very good, and that's also what has led to him extending his lead right now over Tyler Honeycutt. Last time we had checked in, when we were talking about it before the plug for you know, the biggest gainers and everything else, it was like 4.5 seconds. It's now 6.5 seconds. He just continues to gain and pull away from Tyler Honeycutt, who's on your screen, and EJ Luna. But battle gearing to heat up here pretty quick. Right now, EJ Luna, you sit here and look, Jeremy, it looks like he has been matching the pace of Tyler Honeycutt in a number of places. The last 2 laps, he has actually been faster. You see Tyler getting loose off corner exit there, and that's going to allow the 24 of EJ Luna to try to close in. EJ was still a little slower there, but this is a battle that we have to keep an eye on that could be heating up here pretty soon.
I'm looking at the comments here on YouTube, and we're having some fun out here. There's a great question that was asked by Burn It Down Podcast. So it's probably Mr. Altis. Or if you're me butchering names, Altis. But over under 10 seconds that Tatum wins by if we stay green. What's the over under and what's the odds on it?
I mean, we are working, I mean, lap 92 right now, Jeremy. These guys have gone. I mean, it's at this point, it is decent odds that we can go flag to flag, that these drivers can pull it off here at Darlington, which is a feat in itself. Can't stress that enough. If it stays green, I mean, he's already gained a second. Over or under? If it stays green, I think Tatum can drive away with this with an over of +8 on that 10 second.
I'm going to go over. Dustin's going over. We're already at 6.25, 6.5, actually 7.5. He gained a whole second in a 1.5 laps.
That's why I said +8 on it.
Yeah. Like, this is just nuts, the zebra kicks. He owes us in zebra kicks. We got enough screen time for him. I think he can afford it.
He should be. They should be paying him really good at this point in time.
Burn It Down saying I'm going over as well. Hanging at the OBX. See y'all next week. For all of us who don't know what OBX is, please just kind of break down an abbreviation for us. That'd be greatly appreciated.
Technically, wouldn't OBX be an abbreviation, Jeremy? Just throwing that out there, pal.
No, break down the abbreviation.
Stretch
it out.
Okay. I misjudged that. See, now I'm the doofus.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
all right. You know, it happens to us all.
That's okay. And then a very, very nice comment, Robert Martin saying, I say over 6.9.
Giggity.
I agree out there. Let's see, what else do we got out here? We see Sarah Tucker saying, go Ronnie. And that's
who's on the screen.
33.
Coming down for his second pit stop right now, Jeremy. And this right here, if they go green and they can push it, they would have enough fuel to make it to the end from this point on. So this could potentially be the last pit stop. Now, what that means is those drivers that waited a little longer, if this is the last pit stop, that means that they are going to have the freshest tires out there coming towards the closing laps of this event, the Ghost Motorsports 192. So this is going to be interesting to see how it goes. It's going to be interesting to see when your leaders come down. When does Tyler Honeycutt? Because this is the last chance, if it stays green, that these drivers can try to shortcut your leader to try to gain some of that time that they have already lost. Now at 8.2 seconds, Jeremy.
Take me to your leader. That'd be the number one truck there. Is OBX, I guess, stands for Outer Banks, North Carolina, the beach.
Okay.
We're going to the beach at 10 o'clock at night.
All right, burn it down. All right, burn it down. You know what? You got to sit here and crack a long neck for Jeremy and I as well, and toast to it. If you're on the beach, man, you got to at least do that for us.
Which, if you're curious, know what the beach weather looks like in North Carolina right now. I'm loading up my weather app here to give you this weather, because it's not, and it's actually 80 degrees out there. That's kind of bizarre. Okay, so, but enjoy it though. I'm sure it's got a little wind to it, and that'd be comfortable, as long as it's actually the beach. But the ones who wish they were at the beach are the ones that are sweating their asses off. Oh, here you go. Speaking of sweating, Carson and Steve. My gosh, they almost had the first caution of the evening. Abram Gossen's going to go maybe 2 for 1. Up here comes pit stops. Bobby Mantle, 89 down pit road on lap 99.
Yeah, Steve was up in the wall there, was trying to get the truck off the wall, and it finally let loose and went a little further down than he was wanting it, knowing that the 93 was down there, so he had to sit here and try to turn it back up again. It gets real crazy. One of your top threes right now, EJ Luna running third place. First one to try to shortcut the leaders to try to gain some time. He's down pit road for what is potentially his last and final pit stop. Well, of course, it'd be his final pit stop if it's his last one. Dummy Dustin.
We're having fun up here this evening. Ross Tatum, pit road. Truck number 1 gives up P number 1. And Donnie Honeycutt going to come down. He's not going to lead a lap this time. Oh, sorry, Tyler Honeycutt, rather, 45. He's on pit road. Jacob Grant, however, staying out. He will take your race lead for the second time this evening. Ever since Ross took it from him way back yonder, about 80 laps ago. And so now, when does Jacob Grant come down pit road for his final pit stop? All of us there. Yeah, it got to be. Oh, hold on. There's a wall contact. Now it's got to be this time, right?
Well, here's the thing. EJ Luna, I think, set the precedence on that when he was running third and came down. Very next lap, you seen both Ross Tatum and Tyler Honeycutt come down. Second and a half fall off on these tires on a full run, Jeremy. You are losing precious time the longer you stay out there. The only thing you can hope for is lapping them and hope that flappy yellow thing comes out. That's the only hope you do, but you can't stay out there long. You're going to do yourself more damage than what you are good. Right now, I mean, Tatum, Tyler Honeycutt, EJ Luna, they're setting themselves up real good right now to do something. And actually, Ross Tatum came out in front of the leader, does not lose a lap at this point in time. EJ Luna, Tyler Honeycutt, slotted behind your race leader, currently shown one lap down, which means they have got to hope that these pit cycles go all the way through.
And the OTSS way, they will. I don't see... This is a complete change of pace, right, Dustin? We had our Thursday race. We kind of touched on it, how crazy, how pit road was just so difficult. And then you come here to OTSS, and it's like a new week, a new Darlington, and they got it figured out. And so they did their homework. They took their pit stop practice. Not many drivers having issues coming down pit road, and that's not the hard part tonight. The hard part is just keeping the truck on the track without sliding it all over the place. But after the first round of green flag pit stops, the amount of, oh gosh, Paulie Torrance, that's not a pancake. That's just, he's coming down pit road. There's got to be something broke on that truck. He destroyed the right side of that thing. Oh, Jacob Grant slides it deep, able to save it.
Yeah, slides it deep. Look, he will lose a little time on that, taking it as wide as what he did. Like I said, this pit road is tough. You don't want to take it too wide because you're going to sit here and cut time. You don't want to take it too shallow because you have to slow it down in order to take it that shallow. You got to find that happy medium. But yeah, Jacob Grant, Paulie Torrance down, Logan Brakey, and that beautiful Todd Bodine throwback coming down as well. And Jeremy, we still have to pick a winning paint scheme. We haven't even talked about that. Yeah, I agree, Robert. No flappy fabric. That's what we're going to start calling it from now on, flappy fabric. There you go. We haven't even really discussed that since the start of the race. Like, we have to announce a winner out of these beautiful throwbacks that we have seen tonight and all these drivers. So we still have homework to do, my guy. And we only got 34 laps to do it.
You know, actually, I had a note, a literal note here on my side that said about halfway in this race, we need to talk about who's left. And we've narrowed it down to 3. We have 3. I won't name drop anybody just yet, but we have 3. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go final time, picture-in-picture commercial break. We are going to finalize this answer, so we're not doing it on the fly. We're make sure we're on the right page with who we got. So we're going to take a couple minutes to do that, thank our sponsors at the same time, and we'll be back to showcase these drivers for all the way to the checkered flag for the Ghost Motorsports 192. We'll be right back.
Hey, can you do me a favor? I'm really hungry, but I'm trapped in here, and I dropped my last piece of boozy jerky on the floor. I can't reach it. Would you mind grabbing me a bag of the most tender, flavorful booze-infused jerky on the planet? I promise I'll pay you back. I mean, I'd eat my piece, but I can't reach it. Oh, actually, I got it. Oh, it's so good. It's so tender, so flavorful. You should really pick yourself up a bag. But if you do, you can't eat it in here. Now, this is my spot. I own this spot. Boozy Jerky, the original booze-infused beef jerky with a pair. Now available.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Hey, can you do me a favor? I'm really hungry, but I'm trapped in here, and I dropped my last piece of boozy jerky on the floor. I can't reach it. Would you mind grabbing me a bag of the most tender, flavorful booze-infused jerky on the planet? I promise I'll pay you back. I mean, I'd eat my piece, but I can't reach it. Oh, actually, I got it. Oh, it's so good. It's so tender, so flavorful. You should really pick yourself up a bag. But if you do, you can't eat it in here. Now, this is my spot. I own this spot. Boozy Jerky, the original booze-infused beef jerky with a pair. Now available.
Back to full screen, extended commercial break. That wasn't just to not talk, that was to actually talk entirely during our break. And we got our pick. We hammered it down. We gave our reasons. One of us altered our reasons, and we got it. So we'll wait for the end of the show to go over that particular driver.
And notable mentions as well, and how we came to the decision we did before we do our post-race interview as well. So stay tuned on that one. That will be coming as well.
Yeah, 1000% there. We got not only our first one, we got 1, 2, 3, I think, locked down in order as well. So we did a good job. We worked as good as a team, which, you know, that's quite common, right?
That's the way it should be. I mean, in all honesty, I can tell you what right now, Jeremy, 20 laps left to go in this race. These drivers have put on a hell of a race at this track alone. Fantastic job by these drivers. Ross Tatum still out front. His lead, though, again, 20 laps to go. I think my over is going to be a big bust on that one there, because in all of my non-infinite wisdom that I do not actually hold, I completely forgot about the last pit stop, that was going to close it up a little bit. So 4-second gap between Ross Tatum and Tyler Honeycutt right now. Well, it's there. I mean, there's still a chance on the over on the 10 seconds, but I think the over by 8. I think I'm out of the running there, Jeremy.
Maybe Robert was onto something with a very nice 6.9 seconds. Let's look at our AI Chief pit report, and let's take a gander of the pit stop. So your top 2 people, top 3 are all on the same lap, 22, 23 really. VJ Luna there, and then it gets a little bit shorter there with Jacob Grant and Paulie Torrance, which are not in the picture at this moment to do anything with your race leader. But so there's that. I don't know. Yeah, he's right now 3.9, so Tyler's found a little bit of speed. I kind of didn't picture that as well, so it's going to be an under. It's going to be an under for sure unless there's an issue on the track.
Yep, that's what it's looking like. But I mean, either way, Ross Tatum still out front, Jeremy. I mean, let's take a look at our lap leaders presented by Twisted Speed Setups. Ross Tatum, 77 laps led in this event so far. Jacob Grant at 36, and then 5 apiece for Donnie Honeycutt and Jason Pick. Those are the only 4 drivers that have led laps in tonight's Ghost Motorsports 192 event, Jeremy, thus far. And you see that lap ticker continuing to climb as Ross Tatum still out front commanding this field.
Yeah, just a fantastic job there, cycling through these drivers. A couple of them keep bouncing off the wall, but it's not anything drastic enough to alter the race results. But a lot of these drivers, if you kind of try to get a glimpse of their right side, Dustin, there are a lot of dents and scratches, and there's some tires exposed out there from the right front just being pushed in. And I just, yeah, you've said it multiple times, I've said it multiple times, just the amount of driver control to be able to do this green to checkered without any interruption in between. 15 laps to go. This is completely insane. And Carson Osborne has a little blinky while trying to go around to the 45. Tyler Honeycutt's going to bounce off the wall hard. Let's not count out the old virtual mechanical failures of the internet.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen that with a couple drivers. Tyler Honeycutt has been blinking a little bit with some latency issues. You know, we've seen Carson blink a little bit with latency issues. But, Jeremy, we only have 10 drivers on the lead lap right now. 10. And that's soon to be 9 because Ross Tatum is closing in right now on Bobby Mantle. We are riding on board with Ross Tatum as it sits right now. And that very next truck up there in the corner, that is Bobby Mantle. That means there's only going to be 9 of the 21 drivers still left on the lead lap. That's what happens when you run as long as what these drivers have without that flappy fabric popping out anywhere. So, I mean, this has been a huge race of endurance and just attrition from start to finish by these drivers.
And they figured it out, man. They've got the footwork down, minus the wall slapping on corner exits. Like, the looseness is diminished greatly. It's just good work here for race number 4 of this 12 race stretch. And we're going to just cycle through the rest of the field here. We don't have too much more to go. I'm going to try to thank one of our other sponsors, Victory Fuel at drinkvictory.com. These guys are definitely going to need a can or 2 of that before this thing's all said and done, to restore your electrolytes and all your vitamins and this and that without any caffeine, because, you know, after this race, you probably don't need some energy. You probably just want to crash on the couch or in bed and call it a night, and replenish your body by drinking some Victory Fuel at drinkvictory.com.
Yeah, be sure you use promo code SuperNerd to save you a little bit on your order as well. So definitely drivers are gonna want to rehydrate on this one afterwards. This one, Jeremy, you know as well as I, there are certain tracks that by the time you get done with the race, you are sweating like you felt like you have just gone to the gym and done a workout, and literally all you were doing was sitting in your sim rig. It is surprising at how much this actually pushes a sim driver, or as I call them, pretend race car drivers, because that's what I am. I'm a pretend race car driver. But it is nutty.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So 10 laps to go, or under 10 laps to go for that matter, and I'm just, oh, here we go. Here's some action on the track. We've been looking for this. That's right in front of your race leader. Bobby Mantle has probably found that wall at least 20 times. Truck 89, I'm surprised his wheel hasn't fallen off the steering shaft, hitting that wall so many damn times. And Ross Tatum goes around him. And just to kind of show you the dominance here from truck number 1 and some of these guys, that they got 9 drivers, Dustin, 9 on the lead lap. No cautions, and over half the field have been put a lap down or more. It shows you the speed difference between who's got it at Darlington and who doesn't.
Yeah, and that's true. And as we are working 8 laps to go, difference is 6.5 seconds right now as you see your race leader working his way through lap traffic. And remember, Jeremy, this is one of the things that I said that Ross Tatum really excelled at was lap traffic management, and he's been doing a fantastic job. He picks his spots, picks the times, makes the passes, and does it in safe areas, not to put himself at risk. And that's exactly what he's doing right now.
Yeah, he had a little sketchy moment. Now he's got some kind of cleanish track in front of him here. Here's the 45. Tyler Honeycutt, 6.4, 6.5. He's getting close to 6.9. I think he's going to lose it a little bit, Dustin. This 10-second margin might not be complete out of the question. It is falling off a little bit here. 6.7, 6.8. We're going to go to 6.9. This is all within the same lap, so don't count out the over-under 10-second just yet. The 8-second might be more accurate, though.
Yeah, and it very well could be. I mean, he's on a rail right now. He's holding right about 6.7 seconds. Tyler Honeycutt comfortably in P2 right now, and EJ Luna comfortably in P3. Jacob Grant a little further back right now. So, I mean, you've got about a 3-second gap between second and third. You got about a 4-second gap between third and fourth, and then another 4-second gap between fourth and fifth of Polly Torrance. So your top 5 are all pretty much on islands of their own. The only thing that they have out there is lap traffic right now, or if something would happen to one of their competitors in front of them for position. But right now, they're in cruise control, Jeremy, for the next 5 laps.
Cruise control, 5 laps here. 6.3 is the gap. Tyler's kind of closing in just a little bit here. So we're going to be 3.5 laps to go back on the back straightaway. I'm kind of curious on how close we're going to get to Robert Martin's time gap here. As third place, EJ Luna, 8.7. Fourth place, a half a track more plus out at 13.1. And then you got 16.8 from Pauly. That's in your top 5. Your top 5 have a 17-second gap within themselves. And it looks like 9th place is going to go a lap down here. I saw him blink at 1 lap down. There he goes, 33 out. So now we got 8 trucks left on the lead lap here as we got 2 laps to go as you go around turn number 4.
Yeah, Alejandro Khan up in the wall there trying to give room. You're going to see the 33 of Ronnie Hurst go by. And again, 2 laps to go as we cross the line, Jeremy. And it's all smooth sailing, 6.3 seconds. Ross Tatum does not have to push any issue here. Literally does not have to push any issue. He does not have to sit here and get on the throttle hard. He can be as easy on the throttle. As long as nothing else happens, Jeremy, for another 2 corners, and they get that white flag presented by OTSS Select Series, he's got it locked in, and he can just cruise the final lap. Working off turn 4, white flag in the air presented by the OTSS Select Series. Ross Tatum commanding 6.4 second lead over your defending series champion Tyler Honeycutt and EJ Luna. That is your top 3 as it sits, Jeremy, and it looks like that is how it is going to end as long as these drivers can finish it. Notable mentions: Jacob Grant in 5th, Polly Torrance still in 4th, and Polly Torrance in 5th. Last corner, your race winner coming off, driver of the number 1, finishing number 1, Ross Tatum.
There it is. There is the finish of the race. Ross Tatum just clean sweep, and 6.8 is the gap. So, Robert Martin, you were 0.1 off. So, job well done on your guess there. And this guy, we're going to be talking to him. He's probably the only driver not sweating out here because he looks like he barely put on a workout out here at Darlington. And see what the burnout looks like. Tyler P2, EJ Luna. We'll talk to these 3 drivers momentarily. But first, we got some celebratory burnouts from the Zebra Cakes machine, as he's going to throw some out to the virtual stands out here at Darlington.
He better be throwing some Zebra Cakes up our way, man. I'm a sucker for Little Debbie, man. Little Debbie's a naughty, naughty girl, man. That's all I can say. She makes some good treats.
I absolutely agree. Doesn't matter which one you bring on, I'm going to destroy it. And speaking of destroying, he's going to wear out the remaining rubber on his virtual Goodyears here. Doing a burnout on the Cookout logo and everywhere else. Here we go. Unofficial results here for tonight's Ghost Motorsports. 192. Ross, Tyler, and EJ are going to be talking to us in the Victory Field post-race. Jacob Grant, Polly Torrance round out the top 5. 6 through 10 is Jason Pick, Donnie Honeycutt, Logan Brakey, Ronnie Hurst, and Bobby Mantle. 11th through the rest of the field is Abram Ghost in 11th, Carson Osborne 12th, Jonathan Gaston in 13th, DJ Honeycutt in 14th, Stephen Abbaset in 15th, Stephen Rada P16, Alejandro Khan in 17, Jonathan Hammond in 18th, Danny White 19th, and then Christopher and Dave Harrington round out tonight's 21 truck lineup. And then with that, post-race time. We're going to talk to these guys here. But first.
We have
you want to bring it up first?
Yes, before we get into it. Absolutely.
Let's do it. All right. So we collabed. We talked multiple times throughout this broadcast. And I don't have a drum roll sound effect on my soundboard, unfortunately. But Dustin, who we got?
Your winner of the best throwback scheme for the OTSS Select Series presented by Empower Ed Research Institute is none other than driver 29 Logan Brakey for his Todd Bodine throwback. Now, we did mention that we were going to give honorable mentions as well. Close second was Steve Rada with his throwback. Third was going to be the 25 of Abram Ghostin with his throwback, and then an honorable mention as well as the 93 throwback to Harry Gant. I'm going to overemphasize that, but
thank you.
The reason for our selection is Jeremy being a painter, and he loves his nostalgia just as I do. He does a lot of replications. When it comes to throwback schemes, and this is a hint to any other throwback races that we end up doing, you are going to win us over by matching the scheme's base design, but also matching your actual sponsors to mock the look of what the real sponsors were on that car. We feel that the 29 and the 3 both did fantastic jobs on that, which is why they were up there as well. So hats off to all the painters, hats off to all the throwback schemes. You guys did a fantastic job, and congratulations to the throwback scheme winner, Logan Brakey, driver of the 29.
There it is. Most accurate thing out there. So that's what's going to get it done when you're talking to the nerds. So with that being said, we've got our top 3 lined up. We're going to talk to them right now, starting with the number 24, EJ Luna. We're going to bring him in At this time, EJ, congratulations on P3. You're up front for the decent amount of this race, man. How hard was this race here this evening?
Hey, Jeremy, Dustin, what's going on, guys? Man, it was a pretty hard fought race, man. There was a lot of battles up and down, working through the field. I had a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, I tell you what, I mean, it's Jeremy and I had talked about this time and time again. This is definitely a driver's track. I love this track. I love racing this track, but the feeling is not mutual. This track hates me because I cannot figure this track out. So hats off to you guys for going flag to flag like you guys did at Darlington nonetheless. What do you feel you could have done? I mean, that those long green flag runs there. I know a number, you drivers are trying to figure it out. You're trying to stretch it. Going into it, was there anything that you feel you might have been able to do differently, pit strategy wise, racing line wise, that maybe you could have done to try to get up there and maybe battle with the 45 of Tyler Honeycutt? I don't know with the green flag run if anybody was going to be able to touch Ross Tatum. But do you feel like you could have done anything different to try to get up there to put a little pressure on the 45?
Dustin, thinking about it, man, I think I was just a little too conservative on that first run. I was kind of trying to take it easy on my tires, but that put me in the traffic, and so whenever I started trying to move up through the field, I guess I was just burning a little bit too much. By the time I did get some clean air, I had already lost so much time to them. So that's why on the first pit stop, I tried the short pit, see if I can gain some time on them, and I did. But since they had a little bit fresher tires, I kind of did help them get more time back on me. And after that, it was just, I don't know, the race was on. I tried my best to catch these guys. I tried a little too hard. I kind of forgot, uh, or I missed one of my marks, and that's when you saw me get into the wall there, and it knocked the toe out, and so the race was over there. I was just hanging on for dear life, and I'm
You
just
and
glad
about
we got out of there.
98% of everybody else.
Yeah, man. I'm just glad I was able to hold on to a P3 here, be able to talk to you guys. It's been a while.
It has been a while. It really has. And I mean, you guys did an excellent job. And Jeremy and I were, commending all of you guys because there were so many times getting loose off the corner or pinging off the turn 2 exit or turn 4 exit that should have brought out a yellow, but somehow, some way you guys saved it, man. You guys did a hell of a job tonight. One of the cleanest Darlington races that I have seen. So, I mean, hats off to all the drivers. Hats off to you for a solid third place finish. Getting back up here in the Nerd TV podium booth and chatting with us. But the floor is yours, my man. Any shout outs, any thanks you want to give?
Dave, thanks a lot, you guys. Nerditudes putting this on. Shout out to Ross on that win. Tyler, hell of a battle with you. And everybody watching out there, my family, friends, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Oh, and my buddies in Lone Star, man, always strong. Wish Bobby could have been up here with me, but the race didn't go his way. But we'll get him next week, man. Thanks, everybody.
Yes, sir. And thank you for being part of the Caffeine Team driver cam, too. That was cool to see on there.
Yeah,
tonight.
you surprised us, man. I went to look in there figuring Bobby was going to be there, and I'm like, oh, shit. Well, EJ's in there, too. All right, well, let's go. We got a party.
Surprise, surprise. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll try to be on more often for you guys. Thanks.
Very good. Yes, sir. All right, that was EJ Luna, driver the number 24, getting it done in P3. And now Tyler Honeycutt's up next, P2 runner up here this evening. Tyler Honeycutt, 8th to 2nd. You had the long run truck, man. Congratulations on a solid performance.
Hey, thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah, man. This track, first off, I gotta say, shout out to y'all for green to checkered with no yellow flag in between. That's just nuts at Darlington with the loose conditions. But how do you feel like your race went overall? You started not in preferred spot, of course, but you worked your way to a solid second place.
Yeah, I felt like the race was, very smooth for me. I wish I could have started in the top 5 because I felt like I could stay with Ross pretty good. I just got held up a lot at the beginning, and then a couple times throughout the runs, I got held up. But I felt like I could match his times for a lot of the run. But it was a lot of fun. I had to be very patient. Passing was really sketchy tonight. Luckily, I had a good long run truck, so I was just trying to take it easy and just put some good lap times down and keep the tires under me. But yeah, it was a long race. I mean, I can't believe we go flag to flag at Darlington. That's pretty cool. Um, I know out of the 16 races we've done in this series, that's the fifth one we've gone flag to flag, so that's pretty good. But yeah, it was a great race all around. Had a lot of fun.
Yeah, and like I said, hats off to all the drivers, and you guys did a fantastic job. So many times, should things have turned into a caution and never did, and that was all in the hands of the drivers. You guys did a fantastic job. But looking forward right now, I mean, you have been on a solid run. Um, we have Gateway next week. Very similar layout as far as a track, another egg-shaped track style to Darlington. Do you see some of the complications maybe being there as well? That's another driver's track. How do you feel you're going to fare there? And then following up with Michigan as well, which is it's a drafting track. It's a super speedway. How are you looking to try to gain some more points? Because I believe after tonight, Ross may take over the points lead, so I want to hear it from the defending champ. How are you looking to fare over the next couple weeks before the midseason break?
Yeah, I'm just trying to be consistent and have good finishes. Fortunately, the guy that I'm trying to catch, is finishing ahead of me each week. Uh, but Ross is a great driver, and once I saw he joined our league, I was like, oh yeah, it's going to be competitive. He's going to be great. He's going to win some races. But I love the competition. It makes me want to be better. But I like Gateway. I've won there before in another league. Um, I think, yeah, like you said, it's a driver's track. Just got to be smart. You know, be methodical with the passing and how hard to run your truck. As far as Michigan, I'm not really that great at the 2 mile tracks in the trucks that make it a drafting track. Um, it's just an odd type of track and racing style for me, but I'll try to put some laps in and just be consistent. Just try to match Ross as best I can throughout the rest of the season and whoever else that I got to battle for it. But I just got to get a couple wins, hopefully, like I did last season, and catch up a little bit. But it's gonna be hard, but I think we can do it.
Now, I'm going to say this, and Jeremy, I know I don't speak for you, but I know you'll agree with me. I call bullshit and shenanigans when a driver says they're not good at a track, because I do believe, Tyler, you said the
Every
same
time,
thing
dude.
about Homestead last season, and he ended up winning that and the championship. So I'm just going to call shenanigans on that right now.
Yeah, that was Rockingham. I don't know how I won that, but we did it. But
Oh, was it
no,
Rockingham?
yeah, it was
Yeah, yep.
Rockingham.
There was
Um,
one. I know there was one. You said that you sucked at it, and then your dad helped
I
you out with
do.
Yep.
it, and he ended up winning it. So
I
Uh-huh.
did suck, but I don't know. Michigan's a different beast. Maybe I can reverse psychology that one too and take the checkers.
well, you're starting
Search
early,
for
that's for
victory.
sure. But
There
I,
you go.
I tell you what, man, congratulations on a P2, man. Excellent run, fantastic job to the league, flag to flag at Darlington. But floor is yours, man. Any shout outs, thanks you want to give?
Yeah, shout out to you guys for the broadcast. Phenomenal job always. Like I say, you're probably the best in the business when it comes to your production level and your commentating. You're always on edge and getting into the race, and you're also smart about what everybody is doing. You also what the drivers are thinking, what they're trying to do. So that brings a cool aspect into it. Shout out to all the league, our sponsor Empower Ed, my team Ghost Motorsports, my dad, my brother. They did pretty good tonight. I think DJ had some trouble. But shout out to all the drivers. It was cool to see all the really dope looking paint schemes out here tonight with the throwback race, and our my paint scheme was pretty cool. It was the one that us Honeycuts first raced together in, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, shout out to everybody involved, and hopefully next week we can put on another great show.
All right, man. Yeah, big thank you for that. And you have a good rest tonight, man. Well deserved rest here, and we'll catch you next Tuesday.
All right, guys, y'all have a good one.
You
You
too.
too.
Thank you.
Jeremy, he was definitely talking about you when he said that we were smart. Definitely all on you there, my guy.
And the save of the night by AI Chief. No. No, that's it's a two-way team here. You do the graphic work and I show up and talk. So, that there's that.
See, that's what I'm saying.
But
See, that's what I'm saying though. See, you're the smart one. I just make everything look pretty and look better. See, that's why it's a two-way team. That's why I said you're the smart
okay. Okay. The smart nerd out here. That's right.
one.
Someone's got to drive a truck.
That's right.
That's right. You do some of it, but let's not keep the Zebra Cakes truck sitting on, the front stretch way too much longer. But here we go. We're going to load up the Icon Apparel Company victory lane scene for the driver number 1, Ross Tatum, for the Ross Tatum 192 at Darlington. Ross, congrats on not just a win, but a dominant victory.
Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I don't know what got into me tonight. I just was able to drive it about 75% the whole race, and it saved tire and worked out for me. Oh, and I didn't hit the wall. It seemed like I got lucky, and everybody else hit the wall. So
All right.
that was a big part of it.
You just erased my question because you just said 75%. You have to elaborate. There's no way you go out here and just dominate a race like this and just say you ran 75%. So, what does a driver do around Darlington to not go 100% and still put on a 7-second clinic?
Well, you just got to hope that they come back to you. And luckily, with the newest tire model, it seems like it does wear out the tires a little bit. So I can see those guys running pretty hard. I think Jacob hit the wall a couple times. Donnie hit the wall a couple, or DJ hit the wall a couple times. Bobby hit the wall, and my whole goal was just to keep it low and slow, and I did. And after about 20 laps, man, I was really fast. But the first 20 laps of the run, I was kind of bleeding time. Even in that last run, I think Tyler cut my lead from 6.3 down to like 3.0, and then that 30 lap mark or that 20 lap mark hit, and I took back off. So I don't know. I was just trying to keep the same speed the whole run and just be really conservative. And like I said before, the main thing was just not being in the wall. So I mean, that's such a huge thing here, is not getting damaged. So yeah, that was pretty much the game plan, and it worked out for me.
I would say it did more than work out for you. I mean, you put on a hell of a show. I mean, and all you drivers did. I mean, to go flag to flag at Darlington is not an easy feat. You guys made it look like buttery smooth. So, and that even counts all the wall hits. It's Darlington. We expect that at Darlington. What we don't expect is drivers not to skim the wall. So you not skimming the wall, that's a surprise because it's Darlington. But I tell you what, man. This was a track that Jeremy called it perfectly, said it was a wild card track, especially with championship implications, and that's exactly what it was. I mean, current point leader Donnie Honeycutt finished P7. You went out there, dominated the race, leading the most laps. This is going to potentially put you close to that points lead, if maybe not just pushing you over the edge to taking over the points lead. Excellent start to this season here. What is in store, and what are your plans to try to maintain this? We got Gateway coming up, and then Michigan before the midseason break. Obviously, you're carrying momentum. That is an understatement beyond belief. What can we expect out of that number 1 team going into Gateway next week and Michigan the following week?
I'm really looking forward to Gateway. I like Gateway a lot. I mean, it's not the most fun track in the world, but I am pretty good there. So I am looking forward to that. Michigan's going to be a wild card, man. Anybody can go out there in this league and win that race. And also, shout out to the league tonight, going clean and green like that, 140 laps at Darlington. That's a great job of the whole league. So shout out to everybody racing that race tonight. But yeah, Gateway and every track after that, I'm just going to be trying to knock out top fives, and if a win or something happens, that's good too. But this full season points format, man, it really rewards consistency. And so that's what I'm going to shoot for. I'm going to try to stay out of trouble. Lately on iRacing and most of my leagues, I've been getting in a lot of trouble with getting in wrecks and stuff. So it's been nice to have such good luck in here so far. Well, I had a little bad luck last week, but for the most part, good luck. So it's just been really enjoyable, and hopefully I can maintain that for 12 weeks. But it's going to be tough, especially with this field. A lot of great drivers in here.
Yeah, 1000%, man. It's just fantastic stuff out there this evening. But we're gonna let you close this thing out, man. Shout outs, anything you want to say before we let you go here this evening?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to shout out me and Josh Altus's podcast, Burn It Down podcast. Everybody should try to give it a listen. We're not the best, but we do what we can. Try to make it entertaining, and hopefully people will listen and enjoy it. You guys at Nerditude's always awesome watching your broadcasts. I've been watching them 2 or 3 times a week. They're just so enjoyable. You guys do an awesome job. So thank you for everything you guys do. And obviously everybody at the league, the Honeycutts, all 12 of them, they do such an awesome job with this league. The graphics, I mean, all the stuff they do for this league is awesome. A-tier stuff that they're doing. And then all the sponsors of the league, I wish I could name them. I'm not good at remembering them. I do know Ghost Athletics, that's one of them, but I don't know the rest. So if y'all can shout them out for me, that'd be great. But other than that, it's been a great start to the season. I can't wait for the rest of the season, and just looking forward to it.
I'll let you off the hook, man. That was a fantastic run. So no sweat on that end. Congrats. We'll catch you next week at Michigan.
Thanks, guys.
Yes, sir. Ross Tatum, dominant performance there. That was his post-race interview presented by Icon Apparel Company in the Victory Lane. Dustin, green to checkered and 100-plus lap race at Darlington. I don't think I've ever seen it on the virtual side. What about you?
I can't recall a time that I've seen green and clean like that at Darlington for that amount of laps. That was phenomenal. And I did hear, I don't know if it got picked up on the mic, but Ross Tatum did thank Empower Ed Research Institute as well. So I just wanted to make sure that was. he got.
There you go.
I think it got lost in there when he was counting, all 12 of the honey cuts that take part in that. That cracked me up. That actually tickled my funny bone. So, but no, I mean, it's shout out to the drivers, man. Every single one of them. Shout out to the league admins, for everything that they do. I mean, they have put together a rock solid roster of drivers here. A lot of them, they tested out, handpicked, and it shows like tonight, man. Absolutely shows. Fantastic job, and shout out to all the league's sponsors and partners and Power Ed Research Institute, for coming on board, because they do some phenomenal stuff. I love the awards they do. It's excellent, and I look forward to it. I think Gateway is going to be another one of those technical tracks coming up. But I think it's going to be a fantastic, clean race, just like tonight was. And Michigan's always a fun thing to run before we take our midseason break, Jeremy. So I'm excited. This schedule here, we had already talked about it, was probably one of the best schedules that it was seen, and I was super excited. You got Gateway, Michigan, Watkins Glen, probably my favorite road course to run in any eNASCAR series whatsoever. Then it goes to Richmond, then Indianapolis, Chicagoland, Phoenix, and Jeremy, my personal favorite, ending the championship on what track?
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, because you got to gamble it all to win the gold. So, I mean, just a rock solid schedule all season long. And I tell you what, I'm proud to call this place a home and bring this stuff to all the viewers like you guys out there. Glad that I mean we were able to do this. So it's fun, man. I appreciate it and looking forward to the rest of this season.
Yeah, 1,000% me too. Thank you guys for tuning in. Put up strong numbers on the YouTube and Twitch side, so keep those numbers alive and well throughout the season, and do it 2 times a week as we go to Smoky Mountain Sim Racing Cup Series every Thursday. So you guys stay safe.
Or you can join in and see me try to be a pretend race car driver tomorrow on Wednesdays. So maybe I'll have a little bit better luck than I did last week, because it just seemed like I was always in the wrong place at the exact right time. So see if I can't do a little different.
All right. Yeah. He does it upwards of 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. It just depends on when he wants to hop in the sim rig. So go get you some, man. Tune in and watch him. It's kind of fun with the AI chief, talking to him, talking smack.
Oh, he talks mad smack.
Well.
Mad smack. I love it.
No jokes.
Maybe that's why my temperament has kind of gone down, Jeremy, because I don't have to, because AI chief just sits here and talks the smack like crazy.
Okay, we're gonna blame AI chief for this. Okay, yep.
It's not blaming. It's not blaming. It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
What a coach. That's
right. See, he's coaching me in the ways of how not to be. So.
All right. Instant lifetime subscription. Sold to Dustin Loxton. But all right, guys, stay safe. Get your nerd on. Dustin, what you got for me?
And as always, it is not goodbye. It's just till next time. Stay nerdy out there.
Roll the fist clenched tight. Your TV lights up the endless night. Fight to fight, we live to speed. No TV feeds our endless night. the thunder soul. Gear shifts crack like a lightning storm. Digital warriors breaking the norm. Turn the wheels to the breakneck roll. Sun rays down through the thunder soul. Gear shifts crack like a lightning storm.